Global citizenship education is a complicated subject that is not often taught in educational institutions. It has three purposes, which are qualification, socialization, and subjectification. The problem is that these are abstract. Qualification is supposed to provide students with the knowledge to qualify them as global citizens, but that implies that they are not global citizens in the beginning. Does this mean that without education, people cannot become citizens of the world? This contradicts what GCE proposed to be doing. Subjectification, on the other hand, permits students to have freedom. It shapes classes to become interactive rather than passive. Although this is an important feature of GCE, we must keep in mind how students' original ideas and beliefs may not necessarily always contribute to the world. Last but not least, no one knows the exact criteria to become a global citizen, meaning that even teachers who conduct lessons for their students do not know the exact method of developing global citizens. Although many may prioritize other academic subjects over GCE, GCE is equally important as them. Citizenship contains three important dimensions, such as status, feeling, and practice. By being a global citizen, you will have an internationally accepted legal status with rights, feel that you belong to the global community, and participate freely in society. Not only can you learn about it and become one of the global citizens, but you can also acquire a cosmopolitan vision through which you will sympathize with those who live in different places, encouraging you to help them and make the world a better place. Learning about economics and science may be seen as more valuable to our future, but let's not forget that global citizenship lies at the core of human beings and that it is something that is related to many other subjects.
But what is the ideal global citizenship education? We came up with several ideas when we thought about what creates the ideal global citizenship education. It needs to have a class environment where teachers and students can openly communicate and discuss with each other and among themselves. Things that students learn inside schools are applied to the outside world, and students are not forced but encouraged to learn about global citizenship and engage in related activities. Also, we must not forget about diversity. Students must learn to accept diverse opinions and viewpoints.
Waseda University should promote global citizenship education just like how all other educational institutions should. Everyone must have an understanding of it as we're all global citizens. Waseda is a multicultural and diverse environment where there are many foreign students on top of many Japanese students. Many have gone through different experiences and have different backgrounds. With such a desirable environment, it should take advantage of it more.
What kinds of problems does Waseda have when practicing global citizenship? First, students and professors are not aware of global issues. At Waseda, many Japanese students are aware of what is happening inside Japan, but not outside Japan. This may also be the same for foreign students. They may know what is going on inside their native countries, but not outside. It will be easier for students to feel connected to the world by getting information. However, as professors often do not connect their subject materials to global issues, many students continue to remain clueless.
One solution for this is teacher training. Quiz-style lessons should be incorporated into the curriculum. Throughout teacher training, professors can learn about quiz and understand the importance of linking the subject topics to global issues. By using quiz, students will be able to learn both contents and language as well as diverse cultures and will be given the opportunity to interact more with other students as well as their professors. Teacher training should encourage the frequent arrangement of meetings where teachers from all departments and even other universities, including Japanese and foreign professors, can communicate with each other and share their ideas.
Interaction is key to improving global citizenship education at Waseda. Since Waseda already has a multicultural international environment, it should capitalize on this opportunity. Despite the fact that there are many Japanese and international students, they barely interact with each other. This is such a waste. In order to stimulate interaction among students, Waseda can invent welcoming activities such as games where everyone can get to know each other despite language barriers. Not to mention, body language and gestures enable humans to communicate with each other even if they don't know what the language the other person speaks. We often hear college students mention how difficult it is to make friends from classes. That may be because many of the lectures are passive, where the teacher just talks and students just listen. There should be more classes where students are able to speak up and share their ideas with each other.
So as student-to-student interaction, there should be more student-to-professor interactions. Through communication, professors can gain knowledge of what each student is proficient at and what he or she lacks some skills. By listening to student voices, professors can develop a more effective lesson plan that matches students' needs. Not only that, but they will also be exposed to more diverse perspectives.
The next problem that Waseda has is the scarcity of programs in which students can apply what they learn in classrooms in the real world. Although there are courses that teach about global citizenship, there are not many opportunities where students can use their knowledge in real-life situations. Without application, no one will be able to deeply understand the concept. Practice takes up an important part of GCE.
Possible solution for this problem is the provision of hands-on activities. This will be a gradual process, but using what we already have can be practical. For example, as there is already an intercultural communication center at Waseda University, most students should participate. Because not many students may know about this, the university or even professors can promote its activities and encourage students to participate. By joining such activities, students from different cultures can interact, perhaps teaching their native languages to each other.
Another way is to provide for field trips and volunteer activities. For example, professors can deliver classes related to global issues such as SDGs, making the objective of the activity clear, then take the students on a trip. Hands-on activities can be from cleaning up the streets to visiting different places and interviewing people about SDGs. By actually doing something outside classrooms, students can not only learn more but feel more. Not to mention there are many volunteer activities that enhance global citizenship education.
One of them is Refugee International Japan, also known as RIJ. Here, students can help refugees from different places around the world, sympathizing with those who are foreign to their native countries and be exposed to different cultures as well as problems of the modern world. It is common for refugee people to have gone through devastating experiences that one cannot imagine. Meeting those people in real life and listening to their stories can have such a significant impact on students. Participating in these kinds of volunteer activities can possibly motivate students to become more globally oriented and to contribute to the global society.
So today we're going to be talking about neoliberalism. Okay? This is a very dominant ideology.
Blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
One hour later.
Is a world, okay? We're living.
Blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
A few moments later.